So lately I've been doing a lot of mics on this channel, mainly because I always tell everybody audio is 100%, not 100%, but let's say 80% of your video. You can have a good video with the best camera, lens, whatever, but at the end of the day, if you have no audio, that video is as good as nothing. So Maono Maono reached out to me and wanted me to review their microphone. This right here is the Maono XLR condenser microphone. This microphone runs you about 65 US dollars. Now, let me say that one more time. 65 US dollars. This does come with a kit. It comes with the microphone XLR cable, and this boom arm right here that is table attached, and also it comes with a glove and a pop filter. Now, I don't usually use the glove. Most people don't. I might first use the pop filter, but for me, I feel the glove helps a lot to try to deepen your voice more. But it also does add a little unnatural sound. Some people like it, some people don't. So, for $65, I'm going to be stressing on this a lot, but for $65, I can stop this video and everybody will be happy right then and there. But the thing is, for $65, you get this whole package. I'm not sure if it's in frame. This wire is in frame, though. I'll tell you that. For $65, this is unheard of. I have the Rode NT1A, and the boom arm itself is like $109, and that costs way more than this whole package, which is ridiculous. And the audio is damn near the same quality. Now, I will be doing a video of that in the future, comparing this to the Rode NT1A. They're both the same type of mics. They're both condensers, so it should be a nice comparison video. Look out for that in the future. Now, before I even go ahead, this is a condenser microphone. So, I have this fan going off because of the light. It should be picking up into that audio, which is good and bad. But if you're doing a professional set of audio, if you're recording if you're doing like a voiceover or whatever, obviously the room's going to be quiet and nice and whatever. But in my situation, when I'm doing this video, condenser microphones are not necessarily the best thing to have with all these ambient noises. I'm not sure if I actually said this, but this is a shock mount. So what happens a lot with microphones that are mounted to a surface is usually like an interference. Let's say you're playing a game hard. Usually that input goes to the microphone. Now the shock mount is actually supposed to help absorb some of that before it even gets to the actual microphone, which can cause clipping. The quality of the microphone itself, it feels like a metal. It is metal, but it's very sturdy. It's not as thick as the Rode NT1A, but it definitely feels very strongly built. I have no complaints on the build itself. My problem really lies elsewhere. First of all, the boom arm is actually very short. Well, compared to the Rode P1A, the boom arm from Rode, and I'm not necessarily complaining, but I still am complaining because I'm human. It is short. I sit on a round table and I have to have it this angle just so I can even use it to speak. With the other boom arm I have, obviously I can put it all the way on that side and we'll reach over straight ahead. But this is pretty good. I don't necessarily complain on the arm itself. It does have these springs that are kind of gives you that feeling of it might break if it just comes out. Like these, they might be called tension rods, tension springs. Who knows? But I can't really complain. You know, $65. I'll live with it. I'll live with it. But for real, the number one thing is you're not necessarily here for the actual arm. Maybe you are, but everything we're here for is the capability that this XLR mono microphone could produce. Now, like all condenser microphones, there's always a front-facing direction where you want it to have. In this situation, the mono actually has a symbol that shows you what is forward for the microphone. So just by clamping these two things here on the shock mount, I could just face the microphone towards me like that. Boom. And put it close to my mouth. I think I can rotate this that way. Actually, I can. And boom. Now this is a very controversial thing. Some people, they like it like, I can't necessarily put in the position, but some people like it like standing up, or some people like it like this. Now, it doesn't matter what you like, it's how you can actually fit that into your flow. Like me, I can't put it on that side. I actually have to do it this way. I'm not sure if the audio is different if you mount it differently. I don't think it should make a difference, but here's how it's going to sound horizontally. So this is an audio sample coming straight from the Maono XLR microphone. Now, one thing is, this is an XLR microphone, so it does need some way to receive XLR. So if you have a DAC or a field recorder that actually allows XLR, you should be all set, unless your device doesn't allow phantom power. Now, condensers, they all do need phantom power because they're condenser microphones. Some microphones that use the cloud lifter, like the Shure SM7B, that are dynamic mics, and they need that extra oomph to bring up the gain. Luckily for me, I do have the Zoom H8, which I did a video on. Go check that out. It does supply phantom power to this mic, so I can use this basically anywhere. And touching more on that, this is a very small package. I can literally just put this back in the box that it came from and carry it wherever I need to. As long as I have my Zoom H8, a battery bank, I'm all set to do in field recordings all day. Now, there is a time and place for a condenser microphone, because I won't necessarily consider this a field microphone, because it does pick up a lot of ambient noise because it's a condenser. But that might be a thing. What if you're trying to get sounds for the area you're in, and you're trying to bring this to maybe like a waterfall? You know, at least you can bring it near the waterfall and have it pick up that ambient noise of being near the forest or whatever you're trying to do. So the Maono, they do include two accessories that go on to the microphone. First, they include this glove. I'm going to put this glove on and see how it changes the audio, or if it helps it at all. Okay, so this is the audio coming from the microphone with the glove on it. It should theoretically make the voice a little deeper, because it's kind of covering it like this, so should make it sound a little cleaner at the same time. but sometimes unnatural at the same time. So I'm going to take this glove off. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to use the pop filter over it, see if that does anything to help the P's and S's. Now, the glove actually does supposed to help with that as well, but we'll see. Actually, I'm not going to put it on. I'm just going to use it like this and go straight. This is the audio coming from the Maono XLR microphone. Hopefully, there's no P's and S's coming through. And this is as close as you want to be while doing like a doing a voiceover or anything. So I'm going to next do now. I'm going to see how the audio sounds with only the pop filter. So the audio should change up a little bit. Should, theoretically speaking. This is only with the pop filter on the microphone. Well, not on the microphone, but on the microphone at the same time because it's not attached. And we'll see how this audio comes out in post. Now, before wrapping this video up, I did have this microphone since last week Friday. Today's Tuesday. So I had it for about 7 days exactly. No, not 7 days, about 5 days. And I've used this. I played some games, some Overwatch, some Call of Duty. You want to be monitoring your sound. You don't want to just set the gain all the way up because this microphone does pick up, especially if you're like me and you do a lot of open microphone, as in the setting in the game. Like, I'd rather not click the button. I'd rather just the microphone be open so whenever I talk, it goes through. It is very sensitive, so especially if you're this close to it, I highly recommend you lowering the gain. Or, if you have the space, move the microphone away from your mouth and then increase your gain. You gotta really play with it to find the sweet spot. Even now, I'm not even sure if this is the sweet spot, but I'll find out in post. Now, my final thoughts on this is $65. I told you from the beginning of the video, that's a no-brainer. I will buy this 100% if I was in the market for another XLR microphone. Now, another thing is, if you live in America, which I do, this is on Amazon right now for $65, 1 day shipping. So you can grab this right now and get it tomorrow. Now, when I saw that, now I'm not gonna lie, I'm one of those people where if I see 1 day shipping and it's something I want, I jump on it. I jump on it fast. It makes that much difference. It's not necessarily, and I don't necessarily need it for a job or anything, but it just helps me to make that final decision. 1 day shipping, take my money, you know. Now, thirdly, on the final thoughts is a lot of microphone, especially XLR, they don't include this package. A lot of microphone companies, they don't include like a pop filter that will attach to the arm and, you know, use it to get some of those S's and P's out. And all the microphones I've used, they did include a glove. Actually, no, I lied. The Rode NT1A did not include a glove for the microphone. So that's a big perk right there. And fourthly, on the pop filter for the Maono, it isn't a wired mesh. It's actually like a soft kind of cotton feeling material. I'm not sure how well it will do. I mean, I can't test that out in my next video when I compare the Rode NT1A to the Maono XLR condenser microphone. But I don't know. You'll have to look out for that video soon. So there will be a follow-up video with this microphone when I compare it to the Rode NT1A and see exactly the quality difference, or if there is a quality difference between the audio and see if there is actually a difference between wired mesh pop filter or this cotton feeling pop filter. This is the first time I've ran into one of these, because all the pop filters I've had, they've always been wired. Might be a good thing, but we'll see in the next video. Lastly, please comment, like, and subscribe. If you do any of those three, please comment. If you comment, it lets me know that you're paying attention and you like the content that I'm producing. But please say anything to let me know that you're actually watching. My name is Aaron. Peace.